Hi. Okay, I'm going to review one of my favorite books today. And I feel a bit like, how do my mother put it? Like I'm serving fine vintage red wine in a sippy cup by reviewing this book on this crappy, crappy, crappy camera. But it's all I have for the moment, so it'll have to do. So today I want to be talking about Modern Magick, 12 Lessons in the High Magical Arts by Donald Michael Craig. So it's a big book. Let's see if I can. Sorry about jumping camera. Get it. Here it is. Now, this is the third edition of this book. I have the second edition too, and I just love that. But I have to say that even if you have the second edition, you should still get this book. As like for example, the second edition is has the subtitle 11 lessons. So this one has 12 lessons, so it has a complete new lesson. And there are new pictures, there are new information, several areas are rewritten. I would also say that if you have this one, you might still want to get the second edition, because I don't think all the sections in this book are superior to earlier editions. For example, Don Craig has the best lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram that I have ever read, and it is the one that I personally use. However, I think it is presented in a easier to understand and more practical way in the second edition book than in this one. It's sort of over-explained here. However, all in all, this book is an improvement. There are just so much information here, I don't know where to begin. Basically, what Modern Magick will do for you is that if you're a complete beginner to magic, let's say you just woke up today and said, I will practice ceremonial magic, and you picked up this book and you followed the lessons and followed the advice, then by the end of it, and don't know, a year perhaps, then you could consider yourself an adept in ceremonial magic. A lot of ceremonial magic books are difficult to understand. There are a lot of metaphors. They are written with the intention that the student has a teacher which can guide them through it. And even with, for example, Aleister Crowley's books, which was written with the intention of bringing magic to the people, they can still be a bit iffy to understand. This book, however, is written in a very easy way. It's very clear, it's very down to earth, it's easy to pick up and use. Another very good thing about Modern Magick is that it's very pagan friendly. If you look on a few occult forums, you will see that there often is a conflict between pagans, Wiccans, witches, and ceremonial magicians. Often it goes something like this, that the ceremonial magicians looks at witchcraft practitioners as less advanced than they, and witches look at ceremonial magicians as snobbish. This book, however, bridges the gap, and if you're a witch, even if you're following a specific witchcraft religion such as Wicca, I would say that you will have a lot of use of this book. Let me show the cover again. So yeah, I have really nothing but good to say about this book. The only possibly bad thing I could think about to say about it is sort of it's huge. Just look at this. Let's see if I can find out what pages there are. There are 494 pages, including the index. And this format also makes it somewhat hard to handle, as the book gets very heavy, so it's not practical to read on the bed and so on. But really, this is a non-complaint because I do love huge books. But huge books do come with a downside, they're heavy. But all in all, the only complaint I have about this book is really a non-complaint. It would have been easier to read if the book had been cut in two and published as a volume 1 and a volume 2, but then it would have been more expensive, so yeah. The cover, as you can see, are just gorgeous. See, I guess I should mention some of the things you will find in this book. You will find classical ceremonial magic rituals like the before mentioned lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, the middle piddle ritual. Uh, all these are from Golden Dawn, and you can also find these rituals in, for example, Israel Regardie's Golden Dawn and other of Israel Regardie's books, but they are very conveniently described here. You'll find a lot of information on the Kabbalah. You will find protection rituals, discussions on magical ethics, discussions on where to find more books, because the author, unlike a lot of occult authors, don't sit and say, I have the complete truth. Actually, I think it's in lesson 2 where he sends you out to find at least one other occult book to read. There are information on how to do the rituals internally, as in visualizing the whole ritual, which can be useful if your living conditions do not allow you for doing the magic. Like you have roommates that won't tolerate magic, or perhaps you're in jail. There are also information on how to make ritual tools, about the Kundalini, about sex magic. I mean, I could make a 3-hour long video just listing the various topics described in here. I'll find one of the index pages so you can have a hint about just how much is in here. Oh, yeah, here's the cover. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I'm trying to tear my book. This is the cover of the second edition one, this one right here. So the cover photo, I say, painting, drawing, whatever, follow the same lines of someone doing the lesser vanishing ritual of the pentagram. It's a bit difficult to handle this big book at the same time as I'm balancing the PC on my thighs. But yes, area of content, lots of forewords, the lessons themselves, like let's take lesson 5 just randomly. The effects of stress, the instant relaxation ritual, on elemental water, exercises to master elemental water, pour breathing elemental water, construction of the water chalice, the tetragrammaton, and the pentagrammaton, Jesus and the Christian origins, the rose cross ritual, including how it differs from the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, the rite of self-dedication. It just goes on and on and on. There are just so unbelievably much information in this book. I've read the second edition several times, and that and Scott Cunningham's Wicca: A Guide to the Solitary Practitioners are my number one all-time favorite occult books, and this one is even better than the second edition. So I do not really know what more to say about it. If you have any interest in magic, in religion, in ceremonial magic, in Wicca, in witchcraft, any esoteric topic whatsoever, you need this book. We're going to read it until it falls apart, trust me. This book is amazing. On a 1 to 10 scale, I would give this book a 12. And that is Modern Magic, 12 Lessons in the High Magical Arts. By Donald Michael Craig. Okay, I don't really know what more to say about this book. I just can't praise it enough. Buy it. Love it, adore it. Bye all. Blessed be.